Hello and welcome, everybody. I felt drawn to draw cards today with the full moon in Leo in mind. Leo is a creative energy, strong, vibrant, and I feel like with this new moon, the full moon, with this full moon in Leo, I am feeling the call to be courageous, and it's mainly in our own lives, having courage in our own lives to be who and how we are. And for today's reading, I'm going to use a brand new set of cards that I was drawn to yesterday at Joann Fabrics. Again, Joann Fabrics has amazing books and tarot cards. Whoever their buyer is, they get some really fun stuff in. And so this is in fact even brand new. It's from 2022. It's a Dungeons and Dragons set, and the cards can even be used with the game. And while I am not familiar, these cards are beautiful, and I'm already feeling very drawn to their imagery, and I look forward to learning more about the characters so that I can more deeply understand the symbolism in Dungeons and Dragons. But already I really like how this tarot deck is laid out. Was already getting messages that resonated with me, so I figured we'll pull 3 of these today and just see what they have in mind with that Leo full moon. Wow. So right off the bat, we have all of these cards are in the suit of strength, which I believe is the equivalent of wands in tarot. So again, that fire sign, Leo, that fiery energy is coming out right here. And we have the 5 of strength, 4 of strength, and 8 of strength. So first I'll just look at the cards individually, and then we'll see about an altogether message. So we have the 5 of strength as we start off with. I'm seeing sorcery, witches, sage. I believe mage is also a word. And I'm getting like a ram energy here as well. So 5 is, right off the bat, again, Leo is the 5th house. It rules the 5th house. It's 5th sign. Here we have 5 of strength. So again, creative energy, changing things. That's bringing me back to what I feel here, which is kind of metaphysical, using the different elements to your advantage. Is the first thing I'm getting there. And then I'm going to move to the 4 of strength. 4 foundation. I really like how these different hands are supporting and holding each other in a very strong sense. In a very strong, secure manner. 4 is a foundation number. I also think 4 is very connected to love. And I feel like love is the strongest foundation you can build off of. Love can exist in and of itself. To love, you don't need anything for it. And with the opposite, yeah, you can walk around with negative feelings, but usually those negative feelings need something to project at. And in that sense, negative, angry feelings like that are exhausting. And they're all like, they're unsustainable. Like, you're always needing something to be angry at when you're angry. You're always needing something to dislike when you're in a negative mood. It like, you need to call on these things to feed on, and yet you're always still want more. And whereas with love, if you're building on a foundation of love, that's something that just builds on itself. And I feel like it's very fulfilling, whether, no matter how big your cup is, if it's full of love, you feel full. And I feel like with a foundation, the right foundation, that just broadens, expands your capacity to give and share more love. And the last card, which has amazing imagery, and again, I'm super looking forward to learning more about these cards and what their imagery means specifically to the stories in Dungeons and Dragons. But these cards are so beautiful, and the artist is Fred Gisobel. He's a professional illustrator from Pennsylvania. Awesome. But take a look again, see if anything really stands out to you, because that's important as well. I love sharing messages, but there may be something in these imageries that speaks directly to you. So absolutely soak that beauty in. And so with 8 of Strength, I mentioned recently, I feel 8 is a number of flow and has this kind of like just self-sustaining, powerfully bright, I want to say maybe even enigmatic energy. Because I wouldn't say magnetic, only in the sense that it's kind of so bright, and I love it because 8 is the 8th. The 8th month is August, and so we have some Leo relation there as well, and it's just so strong and vibrant. And a downside to it can be that it's so bright that sometimes people are overwhelmed by that energy. But I really want to say that it's not a dangerous thing. If you are owning it, if you are taking care of it, there is zero reason to dim that for somebody who can't see it, can't handle it. And I'm feeling with this road ahead of them, it's like you're prepared for something. And now that I am going to bring it all together with this whole reading, I'm feeling changes with the 5 that are going to bring about more strength as well as support, because I'm noticing the different hands. So this isn't just one person, or it's not just you. I'm feeling how part of this, and in each of these cards are showing more than one person, that while this strength is within you, that you also have a community. And the more assured you become of yourself, the more support, authentic, resonating support is going to join in on that. I'm going to put this card back up there for you guys to look at. I am going to read from the book and see, they have very short messages with each card, and I want to see just whether there's anything more we can get from that. So we start off with the 5 of Strength. And that one says, being focused totally on being in the moment to work together effectively, letting go of competition. Well, I like how that is bringing out that message that these 3 together, even though they're all so different, there's no competing there. They all have their own magic to bring to the table. And there's no reason why any one of them should look at the other and think that they don't have what they got or wish they could be different. I'm feeling the true power in embracing your own sorcery and magic. Next up, we have the 4 of Strength. And that says, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Seek out others to collaborate. I think that's pretty spot on. I think we got that one. And I guess, and with that in mind, with that last message there, I'm feeling that it's not only that if you need help, ask for it, and at the very least, be open to it. I'm not saying, I think sometimes there's some really critical people in our lives and it's really hard to listen to them. So listen to the people who love you, and don't be afraid of their feedback. Because if it's love, it's coming from a place that wanting you to sustain. And everything you try, it doesn't have to be forever. And you don't have to take everything that everyone says. But I am feeling a lessening of the resistance to feedback with the Four of Strength. That maybe that there were issues in the past with feedback, but the more you love, honor, care for yourself, respect your talents, honor your talents, the more like-minded or at least supportive, honest people will be in your circle. And then you can learn to get that balance back again of trusting the feedback of others while feeling secure in yourself, where it's not going to shake you if it doesn't really resonate with how you're feeling. And then finally, we have the Eight of Strength again. And in our booklet, it says, going with the flow and adapting to change. Hold the goal loosely and enjoy the journey. I think that's super resonating with that 8 energy again. Once you get locked into who you are, it's so much less about having a definite picture of how everything's going to be. It's so much less about controlling the outcome or even fearing it, holding on to it so much in your mind in the past may have helped you survive and get to it and get to that point. But I feel like this next stage, this next creative stage being illuminated in front of us, as we also see in this card, we can't really see what's in store, but it's bright. And if we're caring for and loving ourselves and have a great support around us, even if it's just a few people. And I'm also drawn to say, even if it's people you don't get to see every day, they're there. They're got your back. And I'm really feeling how this next step is just about moving forward in your unique way. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I am loving these cards. I have a plan to learn more about them, but even without knowing the full story yet, I think they are so beautiful, and I'm just so excited to have another beautiful set of cards to share with you, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. I truly love you guys, and I hope you're having the best weekend, and if not, I hope you have a really comfortable evening. Talk to you soon.